What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back, yes, to another Final Order Cutoff highlights video. Now, if you guys are new to the channel or new to this video series, this video right here is your one-stop shop for everything you need to know about this weekend's Final Order Cutoff, because I have gone over every single book that's available on Final Order Cutoff and pulled out all the best covers. I pulled out all the cool new number ones that I think you should consider picking up because I personally feel the story sounds so good. And I've also read all the synopsises for DC and Marvel comics to figure out if there's any first appearances, any cameos, any speculation that you need to have to win at this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. I've done the work for you so that way you don't have to. Now, there are a lot of things that we need to cover before diving into the really cool books that I did find, but if you guys have seen this video series before, or you guys are seasoned speculators, guys, there are timestamps down in the description below. You guys can skip right ahead to this weekend's Final Order Cutoff cover lover picks. But if you guys are new, let's go ahead and go over these things that I think you need to know before diving into the good stuff. So, first up, it's the most important, and that is, you guys have to do your own research. That is the most important thing. I am presenting some information to you guys today, but what I think you should do is check these three sources for the best information. First up is the Discord. That's right, we have a Discord here at Bruce and Stephanie Comics. It is linked down in the description below, and there are some fabulous speculators down there, and there's a whole speculation section in the Discord just for Final Order Cutoff speculation. That is stop number one. Stop number two is the Comic Book Frontier. It is a Facebook group run by my good friend Al. It is also linked down in the description below, and he will update his Final Order of Cutoff findings all the way up into the order deadline dates, which we will cover in just a second. And last but not least is coverprice.com. They put out an article every single weekend written by Lefteros. He is an amazing Final Order Cutoff speculator. He also has his own Instagram account, so if you don't want to follow coverprice.com, you can follow Lefteros on Instagram and get the same information. But I would highly suggest checking those three places before finalizing any orders, especially based on the information I'm giving you in today's video. That way you have the most information possible to make the best decisions possible for yourself. So, that is number one. Number two, I record this video early. That's right, guys, I record this video early because it fits best into my video production schedule. I record this video on Thursday. Today is Thursday, February 13th of 2025, and DC, Marvel, and all the independent publishers have until tomorrow, Friday the 14th at 5 p.m. Eastern to lock in what books are actually going to be on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. So that means they can add or remove a book after I finish editing this video. So that's another reason to check those three sources before finalizing your orders. Now, last but not least, guys, we do have to cover this weekend's Final Order Cutoff order deadline dates, and that is Monday, February 17th of 2025 at 5 p.m. Eastern. Your orders have to be in by that date. Now, some shops do need your orders before that, but that is the hard and final deadline for this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. And you want to get your pre-orders in because you can save up to 35% of the cover price of these books, especially on your open order books. Your ratio books is usually a lot less, but you do want to save as large of a discount as you can, so that way if you are planning to flip these books in the future, you will making that much more of a profit. Or if you're just buying them for your personal collection, that means you're going to be able to reinvest more money into this hobby because you're saving up to 35% of the cover price of these open order books. All right, guys, that is everything. That's the kit and caboodle. So that means it's time to jump into this weekend's Final Order Cutoff cover letter picks. Now, these cover letter picks are not all speculation worthy. There is a full spec section where I will go over any books that have something in the guts, and then I will also cover any cover letter picks that I think will sell well on the secondary market, either right out of the gate or in the future. But right now, we're just going over all the amazing covers that I found. So just in case you like some of these, you want to order them at that sweet discount. So first up, we have The Avengers, issue number 24. This is the Marvel Rivals variant done by NetEase. And guys, this features Jeff the Land Shark, and how adorable is this cover? It's so cute and so awesome. This is probably one of the few Marvel Rival covers that I actually like and I would like to have in my collection because Jeff the Land Shark is just so cool. And up next, guys, is Absolute Superman issue number 5 with the cover B in the 1 in 50 Virgin ratio variant done by Sean Murphy. Most of you guys know that I am a huge Sean Murphy fan. I think he's a fantastic artist, plus a fantastic writer. But guys, this cover for Absolute Superman issue number 5 is absolutely fantastic. I really, really dig it, and that Virgin is just, it's a Virgin. How can you not like it? Now, next up is Spawn issue number 362 with the cover B, which is your colored one, and then there is the cover C Virgin black and white variant done by Jeff Monk, and the black and white is so freaking cool. I love that, and this is just an awesome, awesome Spawn cover. Now, next up is One World Under Doom issue number 2 with the variant in the 1/100 ratio variant done by Alessandro Capaccio, and it is awesome. Alessandro is such a fantastic artist, and this cover is so cool. And I also really like the Virgin. Getting rid of that trade dress just makes this cover pop. Now, next up is another cover for One World Under Doom issue number 2. This is the 1/25 ratio variant done by Jerome Opena. So good. This is so good. And it's got tentacles in it. So you know, my boy Ghost from the Discord is gonna love this cover because he loves tentacles. No, I just give him shit about that, but guys, this is a really, really cool cover. Guys, next up, guess what? Another cover for this book. This is One World Under Doom issue number 2 with the Marvel Rivals variant done by NetEase. This is pretty cool. You get two versions of Doom going at each other. It's pretty badass. Next up, Wolverine Revenge, the Red Band Edition, issue number 5 with the 1/25 ratio variant. This is an homage variant. I don't know what it's homaging to. I don't know older books very well. This is done by Mike McComb, and you got, you know, Wolverine. He's all strapped in, and it looks like Sabretooth is going to try to cut his head off. What's happening? I don't know. Omega Red's on there too. Pretty freaking cool. Next up, X-Force issue number 9. I really have grown to like these X manhunting connecting ratio variants done by Phil Noto, because I realized, I think last week, that you actually see the height of all these characters. And how often do we get to see the height of the characters on the page? You never do. You're just guessing how big these characters are. Now we know. And I have no idea who these two characters are. I know who the girl is because she's been in this whole X-Force run, but the guy, I don't know. Next up, Geiger, issue number 12 with the cover A variant done by Gary Frank. We got the woman that has the same, like, you know, problem as, you know, our boy Geiger. She turns into the burning woman. That's pretty freaking cool. Next up, Geiger issue number 12 with the cover C variant. This is the design wraparound variant done by Gary Frank, and it's Junkyard Joe on the cover. Design variant. So cool. Next up, Psylocke issue number 5 with the variant in the 1/50 Virgin ratio variant done by Ben Harvey. If you guys watch this channel long enough, you know I'm a big fan of Ben Harvey. I think his artwork is fantastic, and this Psylocke is, it's no joke. I love the yellow background. It makes it really pop, and I think she looks absolutely gorgeous and badass, and she's got like a katana. She's pulling it out. So freaking cool. Next up, Psylocke issue number 5 with the Marvel Rivals variant done by NetEase. It's okay, but I gotta give you guys the information. Maybe you guys really like this. A lot of people are really liking these NetEase variants, and a lot of people are making a lot of money off them too, because a lot of kids are buying them because, you know, they play the game. So next up, Aquaman issue number 4 with the cover B variant done by Tula Lote. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Love this color. Tula Lote is so great, and this cover with mirror on the front is so good. Next up is another cover for Aquaman issue number 3. This is the cover E variant. It is the International Women's Day variant done by Jenny Frison. Again, gorgeous. Love it. I don't know which one I like more. Tula Lote, Jenny Frison. Tula Lote, Jenny Frison. Guys, let me know what you like more down in the comments below. Next up is a banger. Magic issue number 3 with the variant cover in the 1/100 Virgin ratio variant done by Jenny Frison. Yeah, that's a good one. I like it a lot. What do you guys think? Is this one a banger? Of course it is. Next up, Magic issue number 3 with the variant cover done by Namit Malavia. And this cover is just gorgeous. I don't know what's going on in the background behind Magic, but what's in front, she's standing on a bunch of skulls and bones and stuff, and she's got her giant sword, and she looks absolutely epic. Such a great cover. Next up, Hyde Street issue number 5 with the cover C variant done by Layla Lees, and it is just awesome. It's like almost like a VHS cover of like one of those workout videos, but there's blood all over it. It is so good. I really like this cover. Next up, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Naruto, or Naruto, however you pronounce it, issue number 3 with the 1/100 ratio variant done by Patrick Gleason. Shredder, Naruto on the cover together. Freaking awesome. And Patrick Gleason, forget about it. He's so good. Next up is another banger, DC vs. Vampires World War V, issue number 7, with the cover B variant done by Santa Fung. The fact that your name is Santa is so cool. And this cover, featuring Wonder Woman, the vampire, is freaking awesome. Now, next up, The Seasons, issue number 3, with the cover B variant, which is a 1:20 ratio variant done by Ben Caldwell. Love this cover. I'm a huge fan of Ben Caldwell. I actually have some art by Ben Caldwell. Can I get that in? Right here. I paid for a sketch at New York Comic Con, and it was worth every single penny because this cover is so good. Not cover. This is a sketch with Green Arrow and Black Canary. It is freaking awesome. I'll hang this back up when I'm done recording. Next up, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe one last time, issue number 1, with the variant cover in the 1:100 version ratio variant done by Dan Panozin. It's Panozin on Deadpool. Let's freaking go. And I like that the 1:100 version has a little word bubble on it that the regular cover does not. So good. Now next up, Assorted Crisis Events, issue number 1, with the cover C variant, which is a 1:25 ratio variant done by Mike Del Mundo. I still have my Mike Del Mundo covers up here. It's just, he's such an amazing artist. I get so excited whenever he does a piece of artwork. And this one right here, you got a gigantic T-Rex with this guy that's on like one of those, I don't know, playground things that's like kind of like just like a spring with something on it, and the kids go back and forth. So good. So good. Now next up is another cover for Assorted Crisis Events, issue number 1. This is the cover B variant done by Stephen Moran. And I just think it's pretty stinking cool. And I'm really excited about this new number 1. We're going to talk about this later in the video. Now next up, New Champions, issue number 3, with the variant in the 1:50 virgin ratio variant, featuring our girl Vision. So good, done by Derek Chu. This is awesome because it's just focusing on Vision. Some of his other covers I haven't liked because some of the other characters in the scene don't look as good as the ones that are up in front, and this one is just awesome. Now next up are some Mark Spears covers for Mark Spears Monsters, issue number 4. I only picked out 2. We'll talk about the rest later in the video during the spec section, but the ones that I really like are the cover B, which is the Hexy the Witch variant. Again, done by Mark Spears, and this one is just very good, very voluptuous. I like it a lot. And the other cover that I really like for this book is the cover C. It's the Pecos Bills variant done by Mark Spears. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Gunslinger Spawn with his mask on, but still, this is absolutely badass. Now guys, next up is Harley Quinn Fartacular Silent But Deadly, issue number 1, with the cover C variant done by Ben Caldwell. If you guys did not know, this book is going to be all about farts. That's right, Harley Quinn and farts. Very weird concept for a book. It's going to be, I think, a humorous book, but some of the covers are really strange. But this one by Ben Caldwell, where the word bubble says, "Pull my finger," is pretty freaking funny. And Harley Quinn looks really good on it. Guys, next up is Absolute Batman, issue number 4, with the second print variant done by Gillian March. I'm not a huge fan of Gillian March, but this Absolute Batman cover is pretty freaking badass. Now next up is Bug Wars, issue number 1, with the second print variant done by Mumad Asrar. It's just the cover A with a different color background. They made it green instead of, I believe the main cover is more of like a red-orange. Pretty cool. Next up, Transformers, issue number 1, with the 11th print. That's right, guys. You heard me correctly. 11th print. Why are we having 11 printings of Transformers? I do not know, but this cover by Ivan Coelho is actually pretty stinking awesome. Probably going to pick this up, put it with the PC. And I actually just went through all the covers again that came out for the original printing of Transformers, and there are some really good ones that I did not pick up, and I'm kicking myself for not doing that. Now next up is Void Rivals, issue number 1, again with the 11th printing for this book. It's done by Ryan Otley. I don't have the cover art for it, but I'm pretty sure this cover is going to be pretty cool. It's done by Ryan Otley. It's going to be cool. If I find it during the editing process, I will make sure I put it up on screen so you have that as well. But just so you know, there are a ton of additional printings for Transformers coming out on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff, or available for ordering, I should say. So many. Like 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th printings of all the issues. It's crazy. Those are all my cover lever picks that I found that's on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. Again, you can order these open order books for up to 35% off the cover price of these books if you order this weekend. You can save usually 10%, maybe 15% off your ratio books. But guys, really good list this week. But we're going to go ahead and continue this video moving, diving right into all the books that I found that either have something in the guts or on the cover for speculation. Reminder, do your own research. This is speculation. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. Do your own research before you order any of these books to try to speculate on and try to flip them on the secondary market. So with that out of the way, let's dive into the books that have something in the guts. First up, Absolute Batman, issue number 6. This is the end of the first story arc, and the synopsis also mentions introducing a few new elements for the second arc. What are those new elements? Are they actually new things to the Batman mythos? I don't know. And that you'd have to be absolutely mad to miss it. And they put mad in all caps. Now, are they hinting at the first appearance of the absolute Mad Hatter in this? I don't know. I haven't read issue number 6, so I don't know. But I'm just trying to read into the tea leaves, into the words that are in the synopsis to give you guys all the information that you can use for speculation. So that's the information that I found. Let's go ahead and move on. Next up is Aquaman, issue number 3. The solicitation does state a new villain joins the fray in a squad of mercenaries. So I guess they're mer people, but they're mercenaries. New villain in issue number 3. Next up, Magic, issue number 3, with the first appearance of Liminal. I don't know who Liminal is. I'm not reading Magic right now, but there is a first appearance in this book. Next up, the final book that I found with their first appearance or something actually in the guts, Thundercats Lost, issue number 1, with the introduction to 5 new Thundercats: Pumera, Lynxo, Shen, Ligon, and Bengali. Pretty cool. Bunch of new Thundercats. I love Thundercats. I'm picking this book up, but for PC, not for speculation. Now let's cover the covers that I think will sell well on the secondary market, either right out of the gate or in the future. First up, Star Wars Legacy of Vader, issue number 1, with the second print 1:25 ratio variant done by Armand Ronassis. These 1:25s usually sell above ratio price, so if you can get these 4 ratio or close to ratio, you can usually make a little money on these books. Next up, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, issue number 1, with the second print 1:25 ratio variant done by Marvel Animation. Again, just that same 1:25 second print stuff. After that, guess what? Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, issue number 2, with the second print 1:25 ratio variant done by Luciano Vecchio. Not a bad cover. Actually pretty stinking cool. Next up, Absolute Batman, issue number 4. Guess what? With the second print 1:25 ratio variant done by Gabriel Hernandez Walta. He did the interior art on this book. A lot of people didn't like it, including myself. But this cover is okay, but it is also a second print 1:25 ratio variant for a very popular title. So maybe this could be a good bet. Next up, Magic, issue number 3, with the 1:100 Virgin ratio variant done by Jenny Frison. This is a home run in my opinion. I think this book will sell well. It is issue number 3. It's a little bit later in the run, but guys, you gotta make sure you check. Are there any exclusives for this book? If there are, there will be more 1:100s available. But if there aren't any exclusives, there's gonna be less, which will be a better bet to be able to flip this on the secondary market for more money. But there are a lot of things going for this book. Popular character, Jenny Frison, high ratio. That's a good bet right there. Next up, I do think Spawn issue number 362, the cover C, which is the Virgin black and white variant done by Jeff Monk, could be a good bet. It's a really cool cover, but it is open order, so hedge your bets, but maybe buy some of these, put them in your long-term spec box. And then in the future, if this specific variant is not heavily ordered, this could be a good bet. And up next, guys, we have the 3 Marvel Rivals NetTease variants. First up was the Avengers variant featuring Jeff the Landshark. After that was One World Under Doom issue number 2 with the cover with both Dooms on it coming at each other. And last but not least, guys, is Psylocke issue number 5. It is a okay cover, but definitely my favorite is that the Avengers issue number 24 with Jeff the Landshark, because it has Jeff the Landshark on it. Next up, Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe one last time, issue number 1 with the 1:100 Virgin ratio variant done by Dan Panozin. Cool character, amazing artist, has 2 of the 3. There's no speculation in the guts. Make sure I would double check if there are any exclusives, if there's not, but this is an issue number 1. So issue number 1s usually are a little bit higher ordered than your issues number 2, 3, and the further you go down the line. But guys, this artwork is just so good. I can see this possibly selling well. cool character, high ratio. Next up is New Champions issue number 3 with the 1 in 50 Virgin ratio variant done by Derek Chu. A nice high ratio, cool character, gorgeous artwork. I don't think there's anything in the guts in this one, so only 2 of the 3 that you want. But this is later in the print run, so this this book will be ordered less and less as we go down the line. All right, guys, next up are all the covers for Mark Spears Monsters issue number 4. There are a bunch of covers. There's the cover A with Dracula. There is that cover B, the Mark Spears Hexy Witch variant, which is my favorite. There is the cover C variant, which is that really cool Petco's Bills variant, which almost looks like Gunslinger Spawn. There is the cover D variant, which is the Amazing Spider-Man 300 homage variant featuring the Mummy. There is the cover E, Mark Spears Killing Joke homage, which is, I don't know who that character is supposed to be, but it's, Killing Joke homage. There is the cover F, which is a flip foil of the same homage variant. There is the cover G, the Mark Spears Metal variant featuring Frankenstein. And there is a really cool cover H, which is the 1 in 25 ratio variant, which is, some kind of freaky doctor on the cover. All really cool, and I think possibly all of those could sell well on the secondary market because right now they still are. So keep an eye on all of these. And that's it for speculation, guys. There are 2 new number 1s that I think you should consider pre-ordering because I think the story sounds really, really good. Or stories, I should say. All right, guys, the first book is that Assorted Crisis Events issue number 1 that I showed you the 2 of the 3 covers for in the cover lover section. Now, I think this book does sound really stinking cool. It's coming from the writer of Dennis Camp. He is the current writer of the Ultimates, which I think is a pretty good book. And it's going to have art by Eric Zawadzki. I'm probably totally butchering your name. I'm sorry, Eric. But let's go ahead and read the synopsis for this book. Time is having a crisis. Mingling in the red light district, you can find actual cavemen, medieval knights, and cyborg soldiers on leave from World War IV. Victorian debutantes amble their way into cell phone stores, confused and bewildered. What is a data plan? On the way to work, burly-eyed commuters get trapped in time loops, assaulted by alternate reality versions of themselves, and try to avoid post-apocalyptic wastelands. And look! The 315 bus just took a wrong turn into the Neolithic era? Rising star Dennis Camp and Eric Zawadzki and Eisner winners Jordi Belair and Hassan Osman Alou are proud to present Assorted Crisis Events, an ongoing zigzagging anthology series about the compromised cliques of our clocks, full of one-shot stories, both beautifully and ugly, tragic, redemptive, surreal, and somehow all too familiar. Could be really cool. Could be really stinking cool. So I'm pretty excited about this. It's got some great covers. I've showed 2 of the 4 because there is a blank variant. I didn't count that. But I'm really excited about that 1 in 25 by Mike Del Mundo. Now, last but not least is the book that I am most excited about. This is Vatican City issue number 1. Now, I'm really excited about it because it's coming from the writer that I really, really enjoy, Mark Miller. I think he's so fantastic of a writer. So many stories I've just absolutely loved from him. And this is going to have art by Norwal. That's right, Norwal. That's his name. Or maybe it's her name. I don't know. But let's go ahead and read this very short synopsis. The all-new series from New York Times bestselling author Mark Miller. The world has been overrun by a vampire apocalypse. Every man, woman, and child dead except for the 2,000 tourists safe behind the walls and holy relics of the Vatican City. But as the vampires gather and there are millions outside, how long can they hold out? Because the monsters can wait forever. That is awesome. Vampires taking over the world, and the only place left that is safe is the Vatican City. That sounds like it's going to be an absolutely badass story. So those are the 2 number 1s. This is not 2, this is 2. The 2 number 1s that I think you guys should consider pre-ordering because I personally think the stories sound really, really good and the creative teams sound awesome. So that is going to be it for today's video. We've done cover lover picks, we've done speculation, we've done new number 1, so that means it's the end of today's video. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up. All right, guys, we are at the end of today's video. Now, we are going to finish this video off with some information about next week. Guys, I am flying from New York City all the way to Colorado. I am visiting my stepson, my oldest stepson. He's turning 26 this weekend. So we're taking the whole family out to celebrate his birthday. It's going to be awesome. But that means I will not be around to be making YouTube videos. So there will be no Wednesday pull list, and there will be no final order cutoff video next week. I'll be back the following week, back into production, full speed ahead through the rest of the year. I'm sure there'll be times where I miss videos as well for trips and whatnot. But guys, next week, no videos. I apologize, but that's the way it's got to be. So if you guys have made it this long in the video, I just gotta thank you and say, you guys are legends. You guys are the best part of this channel, the biggest supporters. Now, if you guys could do me a favor, please smash the like button. That is the one thing I ask of you guys. It really does help out this video series in this channel so much. It helps us get out to more people, so smash that like button. And last but not least, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video and you enjoy comic book content, I would highly suggest that you get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me today. Have yourself a great weekend, a great final order cutoff, and a great next week. And I'll catch you guys the following week with a new Wednesday pull list. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.